from the Anson Building at Emerson College. 88.9 WERS, Boston.
And broadcasting at 96.5 FM, W243BG New Bedford, and at 101.5 FM, W268 AM Gloucester.
Discover 88.9 and WERS.org. Standing room only.
You know, I was listening to your rehearsal before, and the music sounds wonderful. What is the first selection that you'll be performing today?
So the first song that we're going to be performing with for you is called Grief is Good, and that's going to be sung by Brandon Lee, a member of our cast, very talented member of our cast. We're excited to share that with you today.
Sounds excellent. Angeli is heading over to the piano, and we'll hear that first selection, Grief is Good.
Lost my father, though my story is different than yours. See, he wielded his name for ambition and fame. His money was all he adored. Love was a concept in which he had no interest, which he showed with the back of his hand. When he finally died, I found that I cried. Those were tears I did not understand. Solemnly silent, approaching the burial plot. I looked to her face, hid behind some black lace, and I saw what the mourners could not. She smiled, and she whispered, her hand locked in mine. You're weeping for all that he never could be. So I know that you're gonna be fine. Grief is good, grief is good. It means hoping for all that you should. It may look different ways, last you decades or days, though it's so often misunderstood. Grief is hope, grief is power. If you keep it alive and you don't let it sour, it can rewrite what reality never could. Grief is good. Later I met my Cora, and we had a son. I was finally part of whole. I vowed I would give what my dad never did. My family was my heart and soul. Then some bad luck came upon us. They were lost at a terrible price. I stewed in my sadness, near fell into madness, till I recalled my mother's advice. She said, you'll always be mourning the dead. So I vowed that same night to continue the fight, with their memories locked in my head. Grief is good, grief is good. It means standing where you've never stood. And if you let its ember burn, then you'll remember to live all the moments they would. Grief is fire, grief is fuel. Either it will destroy you or serve as a tool to do the things you never thought you could. is good. Grief is good. Grief is good. Grief is good.
This is Hal Slifer for Standing Room Only, and we just heard a wonderful selection, Grief is Good, from a new play by Anjali Mirage and Brianna Pierre from the original play, Once Upon a Carnival.